Hi, and welcome to the first devlog for Etheldia, Parasomnia Tower. In this video, I want to talk shortly about my inspirations for this game, and the design choices I'll be making for it. My three biggest influences for this game are Fire Emblem 7 Blazing Blade, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue, and Final Fantasy Tactics. Blazing Blade was one of my favourite games growing up, and if you've ever played any of the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games, then the tactical turn-based gameplay and visual style cues I'm going for here should be instantly familiar. My first video game love is Pokemon, and my last game was heavily inspired by the mainline series. Even though I'm moving a bit away from it here, I don't think I could ever leave the monster taming genre behind completely. Those aspects in this game will be most familiar to the Mystery Dungeon series, especially in regards to new unit recruitment, whereby defeated enemies have a chance to request to join the party. Finally, although Final Fantasy Tactics was something I was never aware of as a child and only played recently, I think it's a true masterpiece of the tactical strategy genre, and I'll be trying to incorporate a somewhat fluid class system here, similar to what you'll find in that game. In terms of game design choices, I think it's important to acknowledge the severe limitations here. As a solo indie hobbyist, this game doesn't have any budget to speak of. As I'm currently in my third and final year of undergraduate university and also working part-time to cover bills, my available time for the game is incredibly small. Because of this, I was hesitant to commit myself to another game, especially a tactics RPG like this one. A few years ago, after playing through Final Fantasy Tactics, I was inspired to create a concept. My idea was to create an open-world tactical RPG, not confined to individual characters or maps. The player would move around the world, gathering an army to face off against an opposing force also moving around the map in real time. I spent a week or so on this game in early 2019, but the main issue that prevented me from moving forward with it was the graphics. I find for me, graphics are by far the most time-consuming part of game development, and they tend to scale exponentially with the complexity of the game you want to make. The thought of trying to create graphics detailed enough to be interesting over a large open world was enough for me to shelve the project. After completing my last game, I took a step back from game development. However, watching the trailer for Triangle Strategy in the Nintendo Direct reignited my inspiration and drive to create a tactical RPG. The problem I had was figuring out how to limit the amount of graphical assets to create. And so I came up with my concept for this game. A player trapped in a seemingly endless dungeon with an infinite number of floors up and down. By limiting the map assets for this game, I can really focus on a story-driven narrative and delivering solid and engaging tactical gameplay. I have some interesting ideas for both, and I'm really excited for the potential of this game. Currently, I'm working on the pathfinding base for tactical gameplay, and that will be the focus of the next devlog. I'm aiming to produce one of these monthly, so if you enjoyed my thoughts here and would like to see more in future, please consider subscribing. But for now, thanks for watching.